Hello, Jumpstart friends. So I'm going to be doing your second Let's Find Out About It. So Miss Sophia let me do the second Let's Find Out About It this week. So let's get into it. So I remember last time we were talking about things that reflect, and we looked at a spoon and we looked at some tinfoil. Well, today we are going to be talking about what characteristics or what traits make something that has good reflections and poor reflections, which means not that good. So what we're going to be looking at is a piece of tinfoil and a piece of cloth. So I have a light behind me, and I'm going to ask you guys to make a prediction. So I'm going to ask you guys to make a guess. When I hold up this tinfoil, do you think that the light that I have behind my camera will make it shiny, or will it not make it shiny? Okay, hope you have your guesses. I'm going to hold it up now. And whoa, Jumpstart friends, this is really shiny. So this means this is a good reflector. So it is a smooth, shiny surface. So it can bounce the light off of it. So when the light hits it, it bounces it back and you can see the light right in your eyes. So the next thing I have is a cloth. So I'm going to hold a piece of cloth up. Again, Jumpstart friends, can you make a prediction for me and tell me, do you think that the cloth is going to be a good reflector for the light that I have behind here? Okay, I hope you have your predictions. I'm going to hold up the cloth. Oh no, I don't think this is a good reflector. For one, this isn't a smooth surface. You could see the bumps on here. It's very dull. It's not shiny. And it's textured, which means it's not smooth, so it has little bumps all over it that capture light and it can't bounce off. So I would put this in a poor reflector category. So Jumpstart friends, I want you to look at things around your house and think about whether or not that item would be a good reflector or a bad reflector. So that's all from me, Jumpstart friends. I will see you next week. Bye, Jumpstart friends.
Hey Jumpstart friends! Now that we learned about good and poor reflectors with Miss Tony, we're going to do an activity with good and poor reflectors. So first, let's remember what makes something a good or poor reflector. Do you remember? Yeah. So good reflectors are shiny and smooth, while poor reflectors are dull and textured. So now let's take a look at this piece of tin foil. This is just like any other piece of tin foil that you've probably seen in your kitchen somewhere. So now, what do you notice about it? Is it shiny and smooth or dull and textured? Yeah, so it's shiny and smooth. Okay, so now do you think this piece of tin foil will reflect light? Those are all great guesses. Now, all we have to do is just test it. So, to do that, all we have to do is use a flashlight, aim it at the tin foil, and we'll see if the tin foil will reflect light. So notice how my desk looks like right now. Okay, and then all I'm gonna do is use the flashlight on my phone, aim it onto this tin foil, and we'll see if it reflects light. Okay, so do you guys see what I see? Yeah, so it's reflecting light. Notice where the light is reflected. So I'm shining the flashlight onto the tinfoil, but light is being reflected onto my desk. Do you guys see that? So it seems like the light is bouncing off the tin foil and onto the desk. And I know it's coming from the tin foil because watch, when I move the tin foil, the light on the desk is moving. So it's definitely coming from the tin foil. Yeah. So we know that the tin foil is a good reflector because light is being reflected onto my desk from the tin foil. Okay, so now let's take a look at another material. Let's look at this piece of cloth. This is just like any other cloth you've seen before. So what do you notice about this? Do you think it's shiny and smooth or dull and textured? Compare it to this tin foil. This we said was shiny and smooth. So what do you think this is? Is it shiny and smooth like the tin foil? No, so this is dull and textured. So if it's dull and textured, do you think it will reflect light? Okay, well, let's find out. Again, we're just going to do the same exact thing. Have a piece of cloth right here. We're going to take a flashlight and shine onto it. So friends, what do you notice? Yeah, the cloth didn't reflect light. If the cloth did reflect light, the light would have bounced off the cloth and onto the desk. And we can see that there's not really light reflected onto my desk. From what we've seen with the tin foil, there would have been a lot of light onto my desk, but there's not really any on my desk right now. Now, do we know why the cloth didn't reflect light compared to the tin foil? What's the difference? Why did one reflect the light and then the other one didn't? Yeah, so the reason why the cloth didn't reflect light was because it's dull and textured. Again, we said that good reflectors, like the tin foil, are shiny and smooth, while poor reflectors, like this piece of cloth, are textured and dull. So now that we're basically experts on good and poor reflectors, let's go back to Miss Tony and do another activity to determine if something is a good or a poor reflector. Bye, Jumpstart friends!